Rob Parker brought this up on the show yesterday. Shohei Ohtani having another big-time power year. Rob said he shouldn't be leading off. I had to think about that for a second. I hadn't given it any thought. But then I thought, you know what? He's right. It sounds new agey and analytic to have your best hitter leading off. But does it actually lead to scoring more runs? That's the real question. Now, just as background, we used to on this show devote a lot of time to lineup construction. But that was when teams were rolling out traditional lineups with that second, your little second baseman batting second. With the good hitters now regularly grouped toward the top, the actual order makes a small difference, not huge. But this is an extreme. This is the best power hitter in the league. So let's try to answer this. Should Shohei Ohtani be leading off for the Dodgers? Let's do a little digging in. The Dodgers moved Ohtani to the leadoff spot mid-June of last year when Mookie Betts was injured. He stayed there through their World Series championship run, as it did break up the Ohtani, Freddie Freeman back-to-back left-handers in the lineup. So it makes some sense in the real world, and they have kept him there ever since. Now, let's take a look at what the Dodgers lineup looks like, the top of the lineup at the very least. These are the numbers for only 2 months right now, but they do tell you something. The highlighted players, by the way, they're left-handed hitters, and again, in the real world, that makes a difference. You have the three superstars at the top. Look at the on-base and the slugging mainly. I only put the batting averages for Freddie Freeman because that's a .369 batting average, but Ohtani, far and away the best slugging, .653. Freeman right now, he's spiking. He's got a .626 slugging percentage. Mookie Betts, even not in his best year, that's not a bad on base right there. Freddie Freeman, again, a crazy batting average. Actually, Freeman, everything is crazy. Great on base, great slugging for Freddie Freeman. Again, these are good problems to have, all right? So the next level, all good at bats. Will Smith right now has a .433 on base. That's crazy. Teoscar Hernandez, a lot of power, .525, low on base, high power, right? Max Muncy, he still knows how to get on base, still a .350, even though he slumped early on, but he is left-handed. You don't want to have lefty, lefty, lefty. I'll bottom line it. The top three, they can all hit, right? And they're all good on the bases, Freeman included. But Ohtani is the National League leader in slugging the last 2 years. So, my opinion, that's too much slug to be leading off. The Dodgers are getting too cute. They have options. That's too much power to use that man to lead off. They're leaving runs on the table. So it pains me to say that. It took decades for baseball to get out of the 1908 dead ball thinking and move the best hitters to the top of the lineup. But even in DH baseball, no pitcher hitting, the leadoff man does not get enough traffic on the bases. I'll show you. It's kind of obvious point, right? But Ohtani right now, he has 23 home runs. 17 of them are solo home runs. Ohtani has 23 home runs. He has 39 RBIs. That proportion doesn't make sense. Now, he leads the league in runs scored, but even on a club with a deep lineup, it doesn't seem like the Dodgers are maximizing that high level of production. So here's what I'm talking about. All right, this is it. This is the percentage of plate appearances with men on base up and down the order. That's the plate appearances. Pay attention to this column right over here, the percentages. The cleanup man, number 4 spot in the lineup. Nearly half of his plate appearances, he has a man on base. 49%. This is league-wide. The number 3 hitter, 46.5% of the time. Number 3 hitter has men on base. So you keep moving down the lineup. It goes down, it goes down, it goes down, it goes down, and then it goes way, way down at the bottom, all right? That's a drastic drop. 35% for the leadoff hitter. That's all. 35% of the time there's a man on base. These numbers are for this year, but it also holds up for a larger sample. We've run them many times. So 1 and 2 see the fewest amount of runners on the bases at the time. But you can, of course, score more runs. You're getting on base and you get more at-bats. And that's the other crux of things. Take a look now, to be fair, how many times you do get up. More as you move up the lineup. For every spot in the lineup, you pick up anywhere from 15 to 20 plate appearances. So the number 1 guy playing a full season, Ohtani plays near a full season, 746 plate appearances, right? The Dodgers, by leading off Ohtani and having him in that number 1 spot instead of the number 4 spot, they're picking up about 50 more plate appearances over the course of a full season. That's not small. That's big. Is it enough to offset him batting with so few men on base? I think that comes down to their options, and I think they should be more flexible. Mookie Betts is still a good choice. Contact, on-base skills, some power, but not too much power. Will Smith, as I mentioned, .433 on base right now. He has good contact skills. He has almost as many walks as strikeouts. You want walks leading off. Optimally, you want walks leading off. And it's early, but Ha-Seong Kim has a great on base, and he's 5 for 5 in steals. Now, I know I sound like it's 1962, But yes, optimally, Maury Wills leads off, Mickey Mantle hits cleanup. That is what I want. Now, I'm sure Dodgers baseball ops have run the numbers, but Shohei Ohtani has hit his way out of the leadoff spot.